fears seem to be coming to pass. Congress is debating a new bill, the Superhuman Registration Act. It would require all heroes to register with the government, whether they want to or not.
Which would mean the politicians get to tell us who the bad guys are. We need to make sure this thing doesn't happen.
To that end, we're heading down to Washington. I've been offered a chance to testify before a congressional subcommittee.
And I'm going to rally the people down there. We need to get a grassroots resistance movement going before the SRA can gain any momentum.
We want you to come along in case there's any trouble. We've got a Quinjet waiting to fly us down there. Let's go. We're coming up on DC, team, but the situation has radically changed during our flight, and not for the better. The city just came under attack by an unknown terrorist force. We're going to coordinate defense efforts with S.H.I.E.L.D. Buckle up and be ready for anything.
This is S.H.I.E.L.D. Lieutenant Farrell. We've got some of the senators prepped for evac, but the zone's too hot to lift off. Eliminate the enemy forces in the area so we can get those shields out. Finally, some backup. Eliminate those terrorists. We need to get the senators to safety.
I do this for free.
That rattle your teeth.
They can do again better.
I'm unstoppable. Remember that for next time.
We will take you out.
I think not.
Nice try, roadkill.
This zone's secure. We'll get the choppers out. You should proceed down the hill. Head them off before they can hit us again.
Just received word that there has been an attack on the Capitol building. We don't know any details yet, but the police are saying we'll need to disperse until they can be
Approaching landing zone, ETA. Incoming stairs, go black. We're hit. Took out the lift, trying to put it down. Hang on. Farrell here. We made it.
Gonna keep some, eh?
I not warn you?
Damn, what a mess. I shouldn't have jumped a gun like that. That rocket came from the southeast. We need to take out whoever fired it before we can bring anyone else in. Those must be the guys who shot down our chopper. Take them out, now!
How's that first taste? Too easy.
They don't know what they eat.
You get points for F.
If anybody asks, tell them Wolverine did this to you.
You like American? Yeah, out of
You stupid, vaguely foreign freaks! You ruined my vacation! And you, dumb as nails shield clones! I saw what you did to those cherry blossoms back there. You think those things grow on trees? And you think it makes me less of a man if I came here for the Cherry Blossom Festival, huh? You're laughing with your eyes! I can see it! Fine! Time for a little boss battle, suckers! Sure, take a nap. Why not? Ouch! I knew I should have sprung for the health meter enlargement I saw in that email. You're probably trying to clear out these terrorists, huh? Can I join the party? Good point. Wait! We can join our powers! It'll be some sort of, what's the word? Unification or combination, something like that. You get the idea.
All clear, Commander.
I'll take things from here. Titanium Man seems to be behind all this. He just made off with some senators and took them underground. We'll cover the Capitol. You get down to the subway and pursue that tin-plated Russian and his pals. Sorry, I didn't have time to say pretty please with sugar on top. Now will you get going?
Come on! That-a-way! The subway! Hey! When we see Titanium Man, let's try to get him to say, "Move, squirrel!" a supersized Russian bad guy, I'd head for some American chow. This way, to the food court.
You think you're gonna get away with this on my watch? All right, the cavalry! Now!
Come on, I ain't finished with you yet.
That big guy dragged Senator Lieber and the others toward Union Station. Keep going this way.
I ain't invulnerable. Sure, take the easy way out.
What was that?
I'm the best there is. You better rest.
They didn't call it a super soldier serum just for fun.
Say what you want about Titanium Man. At least the trains are still running on time.
Da, Americans. Your precious representative is safe. For now. Do you have the courage to save him? Let us see.
Now he's gone too far. Nobody attacks America's food courts!
Cut me some slack!
The only heroes I like have a pound of salami on them.
You'll be hearing Moonlight Serenade by the time
Need some backup here.
Supervillains, huh? Always in the last place you look.
Come on! I gotta score some style points for that one!
stop for a cool, refreshing beverage? Catching product placement checks works up a pain first.
Tearing us to pieces!
Not what I expected.
When in DC, be sure to visit our scenic national parking garage.
If I can handle the red stone, I can sure handle you.
Toby, I'm the best there is. I've got an unbreakable skeleton. Bet you don't. What's your mutant power? Getting your tail kicked?
Sorry, I can't afford to pull my punches for you.
About what I expected. Need a chance to... I get scars as souvenirs.
Score one for the science geeks of the world.
Going to blow you up! Oh, we will take you out!
Aw, I wasn't done with you yet! Your spine! It's what's for dinner!
Hello? Luke? Luke Cage? It's Tony Stark. How you doing?
Hey, man. Doing okay. How you been?
Fine, thanks, fine. So Luke, you're a family man now. Ever thought about stepping up the corporate ladder? Stark Industries offers some really good medical, including neonatal.
You a CEO or an infomercial now?
Hey, sorry. I just need a good superhuman security consultant. And you can't do much better than a guy with bulletproof skin.
That's nice and all, Tony, but I'm the only guy keeping my block clean. Don't have time to be filing reports in an office somewhere.
Well, it could be more of an on-call position. We could work something out. I just really want you on my team.
Look, I appreciate the thought, but these kids here, they need me. You want me? They need me. See what I'm saying?
Ah, well, hard to argue with that. Still, will you keep it in mind? The door will always be open.
Yeah, man. Look, I gotta go. Catch you later.
We will bury you!
trying to escape with our elected representative. Get your own, buddy! I'm so hot, and you're so not.
Take your stranded corrupt leaders back. I have no use for them now.
You're getting destroyed!
Out of shame.
I need a power boost.
Die in here. Follow me, heroes, if you dare!
Hey, what are you doing? Forget about those windbags and help me with this big metal dude!
Senator Lever from New York State, good to meet you. You've done us a great service. You heroes are okay in my book. Maybe we should put this registration business on hold.
Glad to hear that, Mr. Senator. Registration would only make it easier for the criminals to come out on top.
And there's no prize for second place, is there? I understand. Well, best of luck trying to catch that maniac. Like our state motto says, Excelsior.
Don't I know you from somewhere?
You don't look like the voting type.
Yeah, whatever. Hey guys, I'll take these pencil pushers back to the Capitol. Give me a call if you want to hang out again.
Americans, your deaths await you. Here you are once again, a nation divided. Only this time, you will fall. With a little help, if necessary. You look at that steady, your democratic ideals will be your undoing once your own people turn against you. Did you really think it would be that easy? До свидания.
Cloaking field is down. Get him.
You are easy targets these days, yeah? I ain't invulnerable. Die in here. These mini-sentry guns will give you something new to think about.
Spider sense says I'm gonna die.
Sorry, that's gonna leave a bruise.
Keep attacking. You'll disrupt his cloaking.
I ain't finished with him yet.
The Registration Act will be passed by your cowardly leaders, and you will become criminals. Swarm them, my comrades. Don't make Hulk angry.
What a match! My fist in your face!
Getting warmed up! They cannot hurt, but they cannot see. Rip you apart!
I've been scrapping longer than you've been alive.
America is a superpower no more! When this is done, no one will ever trust you heroes again.
Line it up, yeah? Something smells! Coming, go!
Cut me some slack! I'll eat you alive!
If anybody asks, tell them Wolverine did this to you.
I'm dying here!
Looks like it might be nap time for Spidey.
No! You think you've won, but you haven't. You'll soon see. You have already lost everything.
And so, to answer your question, Mr. Senator, in spite of these recent events, I don't believe forcing superheroes to register with the government is the answer. This law would split the hero community right down the middle, with consequences I'm not sure any of us want to ponder.
Was that really your best shot?
Sneaking around doesn't become you, Steve.
Maybe I'll need the practice. Maybe we all will.
Don't be so melodramatic. This whole thing would affect you least of all. You're already deputized.
You almost sound like you agree with them. This Registration Act would tear down everything we've done, destroy a century-old tradition of...
I'm trying to save it, Steve. As much of it as I can, anyway. Don't you see where this is headed? All it's going to take is one more slip-up by anyone in a cape, and we'll be lucky if registration is the worst they do. They could just turn us all into criminals, hunt us all down.
No, they won't, Tony. Not in my country.
Now return to our special live episode of The New Warriors, coming to you straight from Stamford, Connecticut, where the Warriors have just been spotted by their supervillain quarry. Looks like it's on.
I've got Cold Heart, you guys. Hey, somebody snag Nitro. He's rabbiting.
Don't worry, Speedball. I'm on it. On your feet, Nitro. And don't bother trying any of your stupid exploding tricks.
Oh, baby, don't you even know? You're playing with the big boys now.
Reports now coming in from Stamford, Connecticut indicate a massive explosion in a residential neighborhood.
Just over 12 hours ago now, and preliminary casualties are said to be over 600. In Washington, rumblings on whether superhero reform should be brought to the table.
Following last week's devastating explosion, Congress has rushed through passage of the Superhuman Registration Act, with the president expected to sign it.
This is just completely insane, Hill. I won't do it.
I'm sorry, was it not clear I was giving you an order?
You're asking me to arrest people who risk their lives for this country every day.
No, I'm ordering you to obey the will of the American people, Captain. Either you help us bring them in, or we'll bring you in.
Weapons down, gentlemen. Or I...
Trank darts, now! Take him down! Take him down!
Son, if you want to stay conscious.
You idiot. We were trying to save lives.
Of all the people to go underground, Captain America. Now every superhero who disagrees with the act suddenly has a leader. Maybe we should hold off until...
That won't be necessary, Mr. President. Registration can go forward as planned. We'll take care of Captain America.
And with the passage of the Superhuman Registration Act earlier this week, superheroes around the country are being forced to choose a side. Do they register with the government to uphold the law, or become part of an underground resistance movement? So far...
Can you believe this is really going down? The act kicks in at midnight, but word is S.H.I.E.L.D's gonna be here sooner than that, taking signatures. Or prisoners. I want to talk to Cage about it, but he's too busy arguing with Mr. Fantastic over there. Maybe you can break into their little powwow and get some sense out of them.
Understand your skepticism, Luke, but you have to believe me. I've crunched the numbers, and we absolutely can't rebel against the government on this. If we do, the consequences...
Can't be any worse than burning the Constitution.
You're exaggerating. This is a temporary measure. Once things settle down...
I ain't buying it, Reed. And I can't believe somebody as brainy as you would.
Oh, hello. Good timing. Perhaps you can talk some sense into Mr. Cage here. He and Iron Fist seem determined to get arrested.
He's the one who needs a reality check. But good luck getting anywhere with that.
You have reached the voicemail box of
Reed Richards.
Please leave your message at the tone.
Yeah, hey Reed, this is Ben. Look, I can't do this. Lord knows I've followed you into some pretty crazy places over the years, but somehow this is one place I can't go. I've been thinking about it for a long time. Registration's wrong, and I won't support a law I don't believe in, but I'm still a patriot. I ain't gonna fight my own government, so the way I see it, that leaves me only one choice. I'm out. Going underground till this thing blows over. Don't bother trying to find me.
No one can beat Hulk!
Are you sure you can get us to Cap without leading them right to him?
Got it covered. You just stick with me.
But what about the rest? How can we convince...
They're gonna have to make their own choice. Stark, Richards, and Songbird are obviously a lost cause. But maybe. Well, speak of the devil. So you folks made up your minds yet? From what I hear, they ain't gonna give you much more time to sit on the fence.
Are absolutely necessary in today's world.
I ain't no government puppet, and I assume you feel the same way. There are worse things you could do than risk jail time to do the right thing. If they're enforcing unconstitutional laws and hunting you down like a dog, hell yeah. Cap in charge, as long as it takes. Simple, yeah. Easy, no. But I know Cap. He'll get us through. Look, you got what you need to know. I got stuff to talk over with these guys.
Postponed due to an injury. Hey, good times, huh? I can. The government's always wanted to take us down a peg. Now they see their chance. But Cap showed us what we need to do. And you sound naive. Between you and me, I hope so. I have no intention of registering. And we're gonna need a leader. People have died. Nothing can change that. But we can't let it keep us from doing what we know is right. Look, personal freedom is what Cap's fighting for. This is your choice to make. I know which way I'm going. Hopefully you do too.
New York Senator Weaver decried the recent passage of the Registration Act.
Hey, you come to a decision yet?
Superheroes just before the Stanford incident.
For now, yeah, it is. Stanford would never have happened if superheroes had proper oversight. We don't let cops run around shooting whoever they want. If somebody wants the authority to take on bad guys, they need to answer to somebody. No one's got a better reason to be paranoid than I do. And I'm telling you, this is the way it's gotta go. Technically, that's true. But someone supervising their actions could have saved those innocents. Look, I can't make the decision for you. Just remember, we're supposed to protect people. Signing up for training and accountability is the best way to do that.
And so, in a worst-case scenario, we'd find ourselves in the equivalent of a superpowered civil war.
Heroes so busy fighting each other, the criminals get a free pass.
Exactly. That's where you and the Thunderbolts would come in, Melissa. We need you to help S.H.I.E.L.D. keep crime under control while we focus on... Oh, hello again. I'm glad to see you're not going off half-cocked like Luke, Danny, and Eli over there seem to be. We need cooler heads to prevail at a time like this. There's morality and there's practicality. I may have personal issues with the act, but I also have hard evidence that if we rebel against it, the entire world's future will be imperiled. So, there's really only one sane choice here. I'm not saying the SRA is evil, but going down a path we know leads to disaster would certainly be irresponsible and foolish. I'm not sure that's been determined. Incarceration, most likely. Those who violently resist might accidentally be harmed. Of course not. But anyone who openly resists law enforcement should know the risk they're taking. I'm sorry, I can't discuss this indefinitely with you. I hope you make the intelligent choice here.
Going into effect, the grim work of identifying all the Stanford victims continues.
Reed,
An official
I'm
list of
trying, but I
confirmed
just can't
deaths is
follow
not
these
expected to be
equations.
completed for
I'd be
weeks.
surprised if you could, Tony. They're a new form of science I invented, actually. A way to predict future trends by mathematically modeling past events.
Really? How reliable?
Very. I've been using it to predict general trends for years.
And what are they showing you now?
A series of societal earthquakes, conflicts beyond anything that's ever happened. The death of billions.
My God.
I ran the numbers again and again. I found no force that could be applied anywhere to make a better outcome until...
The Registration Act.
Yes, that's the first part. Other actions will be necessary, in the right order, at the right times.
Actions that will turn us against our friends. Change everything we know.
I'm well aware of that, Tony. But the alternatives are much, much worse.
Whoever said saving the world would be easy, huh? All right,
Miriam
Reed.
Sharp,
Walk
prominent
me through the
parent of a
numbers.
young Stanford
And
victim,
take
today
it slow.
praised Congress's swift action on passing the Registration Act.
Hope things don't get out of hand.
With the Superhuman Registration Act looking likely to pass within the week, we recently sat down with one of its most surprising critics, Captain America.
Thanks for having me, Brian.
Our pleasure. Captain, in the wake of the Stanford tragedy, the public overwhelmingly favors mandatory registration for all superhumans. Can millions of Americans be wrong?
Unfortunately, they can, Brian. Our country's history is littered with wrongs that most Americans approved of at the time. Slavery, the incarceration of Japanese Americans during World War II, the McCarthy hearings.
Security upgrades are
But
complete.
how do you deal with it, knowing that nearly everyone is against you on this?
I think of what Mark Twain wrote on the subject. If you alone of all the nation shall decide one way, and that way be the right way according to your convictions, you have done your duty by yourself and by your country.
An inspiring quote.
Absolutely. When the mob and the press and the whole world tell you to move, your job is to plant yourself like a tree beside the river of truth and tell the whole world, no, you move.
All superhumans, the Registration Act is in effect. You are now required to meet with Commander Hill and register your identity with S.H.I.E.L.D.
Dr. Pym, that very man-like sample has just arrived for you from the Baxter building.
I'm glad to see you're willing to meet with me on civil terms. Once you register, I'm sure we'll have a productive relationship. The paperwork is right here. Step up and sign, please. Because it's the law, and because if you don't, we'll drop you so fast your super little heads will spin. So, what's it gonna be, heroes? Just sign up here and you'll be bona fide law enforcement agents. You're not looking to start trouble, are you? Smart move. I'm glad to see you're going through with registration. Congratulations on making the right choice, heroes. The only one you really had. I'll look forward to working with you.
No! How could you? Cage told me I should have left with him and Iron Fist, but I didn't believe you'd do this! You damn traitors!
Well, looks like your first assignment just walked through the door. Either convince that idiot to register, or take him down.
Flag Boy make X on paper, or Hulk smash!
Shut up! There's nothing you can say to make me join you. This is for Cap!
Tell your friends you got hit by Spider-Man.
Not feel well.
An unfortunate introduction to government service for you. I'm sorry it had to come to that. Cage and Iron Fist refused to sign and escaped, and they're apparently not alone. I'm just glad you made the correct decision. Let's head back into the main area. We're gonna have our hands full, I expect, and I'm sure Tony will want to thank you personally once he gets back from Washington.
I don't need to tell you that you've made the right choice. You're here, and that means you understand the reality of our situation. You know what we're up against. Who we're up against. We simply can't restore the public's faith in us, while Captain America and his recruits are still playing by the old rules.
S.H.I.E.L.D. is going to use their expanded authority to keep supervillain activity in check. That leaves us with responsibility for dealing with the rogue heroes.
We need to act decisively to end this fast. We have a few leads, and may be close to identifying one or more locations being used as hideouts by the rebels. Come back here later. By then, we should have something more solid.
I hate that it's come to this, but we have a job to do. We'll reconvene at the briefing station when you're ready.
To take a side in the registration controversy. The Fantastic Four's Benjamin Grimm, aka The Thing.